This is better than a good drug, you know. I haven't been in here for over 2 years to intro a fabulous act. So thank you for welcoming me back, and it's great to be back on stage and being able to introduce somebody that I've admired for literally 60 years or so. I don't know. It goes way back. I can hardly remember that far back, actually. But when we moved here in '79, I thought, wouldn't it be great to have a music venue? And I went upstairs at Wally's Music and bought my first two guitars. And look where that led. Like a serious addiction problem for sure, but at least it's a good one, I think. Or it's amazing. So Bruce over there told me that one of my bass guitars was not worth more than my car now, you know. So it's kind of nice validating, because Mary Margaret was always, you're going to spend what on what, you know, Trini Lopez guitar, you know. And yeah, I kind of just went with it. And about 1,100 Fridays in a row. Thanks. I've said it enough that you realize I'm inordinately stuck on a Friday night streak. And it has literally been 1,100 Fridays in a row where we've had some kind of live music. And it hasn't been always like John Oates. But you know, the streak has to go on, and it's kind of one of the only religious things I do in my life. And I even to the point of, I get up here and I play Warren Zevon, Poor Pitiful Me, or you know, some appropriate song that comes to my mind, and after it I say, well, that was live music and Steve's guitars, right, Steve? And that may be really reaching for it, but it is live music, you know, so you know, technically I'm right, but I stretch it sometimes, like when the van ran off the pass and the guy broke his arm, and et cetera, et cetera. You know, after a few thousand shows in here, I've seen a lot of things can happen. Murphy is always up there looking to do some mischief. So when I first had John Oates in here, he played on KD&K, and I think it was probably a fundraiser, just like tonight, which, by the way, thank you deeply, everyone, for, yeah. It really is a shot in the arm, because we're trying to come back out of a bit of a slumber, even though we didn't miss a Friday, and we've had over 125 live streams on GrassRoots TV, which it's so cool that Mary Margaret, my wife, has been fighting stage 4 cancer for the last 7 years. So I didn't know what I was doing when I had a fundraiser to buy all this fancy cameras and switching equipment, and people that know how to run it, which was way beyond my technical abilities. And we've been able to sit at home and watch all the shows, which I would bet Mary Margaret's watching right now. Love you, honey. Yeah. And thanks to volunteers like Mountain Maze and Brad Manasevitz, and especially Ralph, the sound wizard back there, who puts, yeah, he does way more than just make it sound good. It's there's a lot of details to running a night like this, and we're very appreciative. And let's hear it for Ralph. Yeah. So, I'm probably pushing the limit of John Oates' patience, but I do have one more story. So I'm pent up, I must admit. You know, this feels good to be back in the room with a bunch of lovely people that appreciate live music in the best music venue I've ever been in. So. And it's funny, I started off in 1960 falling in love with electric guitars, and my mom said, Stevie, it was the only thing you bugged me to buy for you. And of course, I sold it so we could save the house that we lost for $100, and I looked it up, it's worth $30,000 now. And I'm like, what is the irony of that? You know, and is all this compensation? You know, I don't know, or whatever that word is. But it is kind of amazing how things do work out. That the very first guitar I bought when I was playing Pop Warner football, and didn't really, you know, who's Buddy Holly, etc. And it became the most valuable guitar I have ever bought in my life, you know, 60 years of life later. So, yeah, Murphy, I don't know what it is, but I definitely overcompensated, and I do have a lot of fine guitars. I should be releasing them, and in fact, somebody came in here that I sold 2 of my guitars, which it breaks the mold. But it was this experienced musician, Neil Diamond, bought 2 guitars from me sitting right there. And one of them he had when he was a kid, so it's kind of fun to walk down memory lane with Neil. And so we've got another Hall of Famer here tonight. So every once in a while, this place really surprises me. And John Oates, when I asked him, well, yeah, how about some cookies? And which, of course, made me flash back when we first started. Mary Margaret made cookies every show, and all of a sudden I became, you know, the husky Goodyear boy, and we really had to cut it off because it was the same tonight. You know, I'm packaging them up. Hopefully, you found them in your little things that we thought was a good tie-in with. John Oates is playing for cookies, so he's given you all a cookie. As well as some amazing songs. He's always been one of my favorite performers, and I even got to see him back in the 70s at the Santa Monica Civic. I've been in love with him and his music since, and I can't believe he's here playing for us. So let's hear it for John Oates.
I thought that was the show. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting Steve's Guitars. This is fantastic. So, thank you. Got to get all my high-tech gear going here. All right, so folks, if you saw the advertisement, it said an eclectic evening of acoustic music. Well, I've got the acoustic guitar part covered. Well, as for the eclectic stuff, I'm going to play a bunch of stuff that I never, ever get to play. So, you're in? Good. I love an open-minded musical crowd, right? I'm going to start off with a song that my mom taught me. And this song goes back to 1930s. Of course, my parents were the World War II generation. And so she remembers this song from Judy Garland in the 40s. So she used to sing this for me in the kitchen, and then I learned it. So I have never really played this live. Well, I did in the kitchen back in the 50s, I guess. All right, are we ready to go? All right, here we go. Why do the birds keep singing? Why do the bells keep ringing? Baby, don't you know I'm gonna give you a big surprise? I'm gonna tell you why the bells are ringing for me and my gal. Oh, the birds are singing for me and my gal. Everybody's been knowing to a wedding they're going, and for weeks they've been sewing every Susie and Sal. They're congregating for me and my gal. All the parsons waiting for me and my gal. I'm gonna build a little home for 2 or 3 or 4 or more in love land for me and my gal. Everybody's been knowing to a wedding they're going, and for weeks they've been sewing every Susie and Sal. Oh, congregating for me and my gal. All the parsons are waiting for me and my gal. I'm gonna build a little home for 2 or 3 or 4 or more in love land for me and my gal. The bells are ringing for me and my gal. Thank you. All right. Well, there's a, you're probably expecting to hear some pop songs, right? Well, there's one from 1930s. I'm going to play a bunch of stuff. I'm going to start out with a few of the songs that kind of really informed me as a musician, as a kid growing up. The kind of stuff that I was like, I was a big hero of some of these folks. And this first one I'm going to do is a song by Mississippi John Hurt, and he meant a lot to me. I saw him at the Philadelphia Folk Festival back in the '60s, in the late '60s, and I actually have his guitar that he played at Newport Folk Festival when he was rediscovered back in those days. So he means a lot to me, and this is one of his classics called Stacko Lee. Oh, police officer, now, how can that be? You can arrest everybody, but you afraid of Stagger Lee. He's a bad man, cruel old Stagger Lee. Billy DeLine told Stagger Lee, now, please don't take my life. I got 3 children and a darling, lovely wife. Bad man. You bad man. You a bad man. Cruel old Stagger Lee. I don't care about your children. I don't care about your wife, no. You done stole my Stetson hat, now I'm gonna take your life. I'm a bad man. Yeah, I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man. Cruel old Stagger Lee. I said boom, 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 boom. Went that 44. Stagger Lee shot Billy the Lion down upon the barroom floor. Now he's a bad man. Yeah, he's a bad man. He's a bad man. Cruel old Stagger Lee. Well, the judge said to the jury, hey boys, what you gonna think of that? Stagger Lee, he shot Billy the Lion about a $5 Stetson hat. He's a bad man. He's a bad man. Yeah, he's a bad, 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 bad man. Oh, yeah. Cruel old Stagger Lee. No wonder. Hey Ralph, can we tweak this thing? I knew there was something wrong. Oh, thanks. That's good.
Let's try.
Yeah. What happened?
It just drops in level. Oh, you know what? You're not plugged in, brother.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Folks, this is a professional music presentation. I don't want you to get the wrong idea.
Hand me before you do that.
Yep, I got it. Oh, shit, no wonder.
That's all right. That's why the mic's in there, John.
Ah, there you go. Wow. Okay. That's because I don't have any roadies and I'm helpless on my own. So, all right. You know what? We did talk about some pop songs. So here again. There we go. You know, I think a lot of folks might think that American pop music started with rock and roll, right? Perhaps some of the younger generation might believe that, but you know, pop songs. They go way back in America. And when I did an album called Arkansas back in 2018, and I started doing some, you know, really diving deep into the early days of American popular music. So I've been making pop music my whole life, you know, that's what I'm known for. But I realized I didn't actually know much about it, about where it really came from. So I started saying, well, you know, what's the definition of a pop song? So I said to myself, well, if you can buy it on a record or hear it on a radio, that's probably good enough, right? So then you go back and say to yourself, well, when did radio start? When did the phonograph machine get invented? And so I began to realize that there was songs that were selling millions of copies in the teens. That would be the 19-teens and the 20s. So I started digging deep into that stuff, and I found such great, beautiful music. And this next song I'm going to do is a million-selling pop song from 1932. So if any of you go home tonight and say, hey, did Oates play any of those pop songs? Yeah, he did, but I didn't know any of them. So anyway, this is the great Jimmy Rogers, who really is the godfather of country music. He recorded in Bristol, Tennessee in the 1930s along with the Carter family. And this is one of his classics. It's called Miss the Mississippi and You. I'm growing tired of the big city lights, tired of the glamour and tired of the sights. And in my dreams I've been roaming once more, far from my home on the old river shore. I'm so sad and weary, far away from home. I miss the Mississippi and you. Days are dark and dreary everywhere I roam. I miss the Mississippi and you. Rolling the wide world over, always alone and blue, so blue. Nothing seems to cheer me under heaven's dome. I miss the Mississippi and you. Rolling a wide world over, always alone and blue, so blue. Mockingbirds are singing round the cabin door. I miss the Mississippi and you. Longing for my homeland, muddy water shore. I miss the Mississippi and you, dear. Miss the Mississippi. And you. That's a pretty song, right? All right, how about some ragtime? This is the king of ragtime guitar was a guy named Blind Blake. Met a girl in a cabaret, said, "Pretty papa, are you going my way?" Her man knows what it's all about. He was waiting at the home just to throw me out. Broke my nose and split my chin. Don't you let me catch you around here again. Beat me from the kitchen back to the door. Hit me with a chair till my head got sore. That will never happen no more. That will never happen no more. That will never happen no more. No, that will never happen no. Well, the wind in Chicago in the winter and fall caused me to wear my overalls. Back broke, but it was my fault. Been used to eating pork, now I'm eating the salt. Met a woman in a pink mink fur, big fat mouth, me follow her. She pulled a gun, she took my dough, didn't need my heart out, didn't get sore. That will never happen no more. That will never happen no more. That will never happen no more, no, that will never happen no more. Oh, that will never happen no more. That will never happen no more, no. All right, well, I'm going through my entire youthful discography of my guitar heroes. So I can't leave out one of the greatest of all time, the legendary Doc Watson. I don't know if you guys know Doc Watson. So, I actually got to play with him and his son Merle at the Main Point in Philadelphia in Bryn Mawr. Oh yeah, we got the Philly crowd right here in the front. All right. What's that? A very small crowd, but small but mighty, right? Okay. So anyway, this is a Doc Watson classic, probably one of his most famous songs. And I always like to say, he passed away a few years ago. And I like to say before I play this, Doc, if you're listening, don't listen too closely. Here we go. Oh, let it rain, let it pour, let it rain. Whole lot more, 'cause I got them deep river blue. Let the rain drive right on, let the waves sweep along, 'cause I got them deep river blue. Oh, give me back my old boat, no, I'm gonna sail if she'll float, 'cause I got them deep river blue. If my boat gonna sink with me, I'll go down, don't you see, 'cause I got them deep river blue. Oh, let it rain, let it pour, let it rain on a whole lot more, 'cause I got them deep river blue. Oh, let the rain drive right on, let the waves sweep along, 'cause I got them deep river blue. Yeah, I'm going back to Muscle Shoals, times are better there, I'm told, 'cause I got them deep river blue. Let the rain drive right on, let the waves sweep along, 'cause I got them deep river blue. 'Cause I got them deep, I got them deep river blue. I got them deep river blues. All right. Okay, how about an original? No, it's not fucking Rich Girl. You didn't see that coming, did you? All right. Maybe later if you're nice, you never know. All right. This is a song that's this song I wrote on this album that we made in Nashville with the Good Road Band in 2018. And the first show we played together was in a little place called Wilson, Arkansas, which was about 25 miles northwest of Memphis. And it was one of the, back in the day, it was one of the biggest cotton plantations in America. And Highway 61, which is the blues highway, runs right down the middle of the town. And after the show, we all kind of walked out and we stood at the edge of the road. And it was kind of a really, for a musician to be in this place that just, the Mississippi River was, literally there. The full moon was out. It was very evocative and very cool. And I started thinking about all the great American music that's come up from the Deep South, made its way up the Mississippi River, stopping in various places and evolving and creating this great American music tradition that we have. So I thought to myself, I was recording all these classics by other people, and I said, man, I wish I could write something that kind of captures that moment. So this song's called Arkansas, right? There's a faded glory along the great river road, in a worn down farmhouse hanging on a broke down porch. looking over miles in my house, in my house. Walk along a levee silhouetted by a crescent moon. When the sun starts rising, hitting 90 before the clock strikes noon. Don't you know, days and nights and dreams drift slowly by. Another delta dawn brings hope worth waiting on. Where that old man river flow past the snow-white cotton fields of Arkansas. Oh yeah. There's a long black train running on a southbound track. Hear that distant whistle blowing when it calls you back to that hard-hit heartland along the muddy shore. Where that old man river flow past the snow-white cotton fields of Arkansas. Oh yeah. Hope worth waiting for. Oh yeah. Where that old man river flow past the snow-white cotton fields of Arkansas. Oh yeah. Watch it, old man river flow. Watch it, old man river flow. There's snow-white cotton fields of Arkansas, yeah. Watch it, old man river flow. There's snow-white cotton fields of Arkansas, oh yeah. Watch that old man river flow. There's snow-white cotton fields, snow-white cotton fields. Watch that old man river flow. There's snow-white cotton fields of Arkansas. It's a little hot in here. We got to tune this thing up. So doing all right? Everybody cool? Okay. All right. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's see here. I got one. Back in 1970 in Philadelphia, there was a group from Canada called Fraser and DeBolt, and I found their record somewhere. I don't know where I found it, but they were amazing. It was just a Canadian duo, a guy and a gal, and they really affected me because I love this one particular song that they did, and I always. I used to play it for many, many years, and then in the mid 2000s, I got to record it in Nashville. It's a song I always wanted recorded. It's just a great little song. It's called "Them Dance Hall Girls." Them dance hall girls, you know they treat you kind. Give their bodies, you never reach their mind. They fill you up, with a lipstick lies. Then they put you down, son. Don't you be surprised. Is this the way it always is here in Baltimore? I climbed her mountains, yeah, you know I kissed her plains, felt her sunshine, oh, you know I drank her rain. Went too far, then I broke too fast. Thought I had a winner picked, but I came in last again. Is this the way it always is here in Baltimore? I must have chosen the wrong season to come down. Never realized they call this sacred ground. Oh, my sense of time, yeah, it's about a week behind. Sent me a letter home, but it takes too much time, you know. I gotta get me some money, I gotta go back home. These dance hall girls sure know how to make a man feel alone. Yes, they do. Is this the way it always is here in Baltimore? Oh, my sense of time, yeah, it's about a week behind. Sent me a letter home, but it takes too much time, you know. I gotta get me some money, I gotta blow this town. These dance hall girls sure know how to drag a poor boy down. Is this the way it always is here in Baltimore? Is this the way it always is here in Baltimore? All right, thank you. So we moved to Nashville about 13 years ago, and we still have our place in Woody Creek. Thank you, Lord. Yes, and so it's given me an opportunity to not only play with some of the greatest musicians on the planet, but also write songs and collaborate with some amazing songwriters. And you know, I think people seem to be a bit fascinated with some of the stories behind the songs and how some of these songs get written. And I think they might surprise you, and some of the inspirations are not always what you might think they are. There was one writer in particular, his name's Craig Wiseman. He's probably got more country hits than anybody that I know of, and he's an incredible guy. I didn't really know him, but I knew of him. And I wrangled my way into a meeting with him, and you know, we made a plan to write a song together. And unfortunately, at the time, I was drinking because I was in Nashville in the spirit of that city. It's a drinking town, let me tell you. But now that I'm not drinking anymore, I can see much more clearly how, anyway, never mind. But the point is that I went into the writing session at 10 o'clock in the morning hungover. And so I didn't really, you know, my brain wasn't working, I wasn't thinking, and you know, we didn't know each other, it was kind of awkward, and he said, "Man, what's the deal with you?" I said, "Well, I got nothing." He said, "That's perfect, that's exactly what we're gonna write about." I said, "Phew, okay." So he proceeds to tell me how he was down in New Orleans, and he was so drunk on Bourbon Street he couldn't find his hotel. So he said, "Why don't we just paint that picture?" The song's called "Lose It in Louisiana." Woke up this morning breaking in all hot and gray, trying to pee piece together how I got in these tangled sheets I lay. Pounding head, eyes red, stumbling out of bed on the clothes up and down the hall. Pretty sure I had a blast last night, the last thing I recall. Dancing down Bourbon Street with a half-drunk marching band, falling for a dark-eyed girl from Thibodeau, sipping on a one-to-go in my hand. Thought I got a little crazy, baby, man, I fit right in. If you're gonna lose it in Louisiana. If you're gonna lose it in Louisiana. Nothing left of this broken heart I brought down to New Orleans. Found a riverboat poker chip and some Mardi Gras beads. In a lipstick number on the mirror written under said, call me if you stay in town. I got a back home ticket, but think I'm gonna miss it. Do a little hanging around downtown, say, dancing down Bourbon Street with a half-drunk marching band. Falling for a dark-eyed girl from Thibodeau, sipping on a one-to-go in my hand. Thought I had a little can't shake heartache, still hanging in. If you're gonna lose it, oh, lose it in Louisiana. If you're gonna lose it, lose it in Louisiana. Dancing down Bourbon Street with a half-drunk marching band, falling for a dark-eyed girl from Thibodeau, sipping on a one-to-go in my hand. All right. Thought I got a little crazy, baby, man, I fit right in. If you're gonna lose it, oh, lose it in Louisiana. If you're gonna lose it, lose it where the saints go marching in. Might have got a little crazy, babe, man, I fit right in. If you're gonna lose it, lose it in Louisiana. If you're gonna lose it, go on and lose it. Go on and lose it. Lose it in Louisiana. Ooh, yeah. Lose it in Louisiana. How's it sound out there on the free seats on the sidewalk? Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure you guys are happy. All right, well, as I said, there's so many amazing songwriters in Nashville, and I've had a chance to meet and become friends with so many. And one of the greatest ones, and one of my best friends, is a guy named Jim Lauderdale. I don't know if you know Jim or not. If you don't know Jim, you should check him out. He's fantastic. And he's known for his bluegrass and country music, but when he and I write together, we always come up with something weird. And it doesn't sound like anything that I would do or he would do. And back in the early, I guess in the early 2000s, when we were kind of commuting a lot back and forth between Colorado and Nashville, I was spending way too much time in Denver Airport in the winter, as you guys are probably very familiar with. And one of those times I was sitting at the bar, kind of killing some time, and aren't you glad I'm not drinking anymore? And there were two women sitting next to me, and we're having a very heated conversation. And the one woman said to the other woman, "You let him come to you." I was like, my songwriter antenna went. I said, I got this one. I said, that is a title if I ever heard one, right? So come back to Nashville, and Jim and I would always write in the middle of the night because we tried writing during the day and nothing happened. And my wife Amy said, "You can't write with Jim Lauderdale during the daylight hours." And so anyway, we began writing around midnight, and we'd write in the middle of the night. It was awesome. And so it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. We had been working, and he was getting ready to go. And as he was getting ready to leave, he put his coat on. It was the middle of the winter. And I said, "Hey, Jim, I heard these 2 women." And the one woman said, "You let him come to you." He spun around. He went, "That's amazing. Let's write it right now." So at 3 o'clock in the morning, we started writing this song. And what was really cool, as we progressed, as the song progressed, he said, "Wouldn't it be a lot hipper if it was a guy talking to a gal, but he had a different agenda?" Listen closely. Let him come to you. Let's see. How did I do this? Oh, yeah. Let him come to you. Don't chase him away. Be the one to choose. Make him pay his dues. Let him come to you. I'll say it like a friend. Story never ends. Here we go again. There's nothing I can do. Let him come to you. 'Cause you've got it right. You got it right in front of your eyes, and I will still be waiting until you let me come to you. Now you've got it right. You've got it right in front of your eyes, and I will still be waiting for you, baby, until you let me come to you. But if he comes to you, then I'll walk away. 'Cause if it's what you want, to your heart be true. Let him come to you. So I'll say again, there's nothing I can do. Let him come, let him come, let him come, babe. Let him come to you. If there's nothing I can do. 'Cause if that's what you want, to your heart be true. Just let him come to you. Thank you. All right. I told you it was going to be eclectic. All right. You with me? Everything good? Yeah, okay. All right. Well, back in the mid-'90s, Daryl and I were not touring very much and not recording at all. We made an album in '96 called Marigold Sky. It was one of our more obscure albums. And you know, I had just gotten married, and I'd written a song a few years before, right about the time we were getting married. And it was a song that, you know, we recorded on that album, and it really resonated because Brides Magazine chose this song as Wedding Song of the Year. So I guess I was on the right track, huh? And so what I will say, I'm going to play the song. I hardly ever play it. It's a Hall & Oates song, so you can go tell your friends. Yeah, he actually did play one. But and so what I would say to you is, you know, really feel free to use this at your next wedding. Or whatever it takes. Here we go. Don't want to open your heart, too afraid from the start that a new love's gonna let you down. Well, there's one thing you should know before you give up and go. I don't believe in the runaround. I just want to define myself and show you how I feel. If a promise ain't enough, then a touch says everything. I want to hold you in my arms, hold you in my arms, girl, so you feel what I mean. So you know that my heart can tell me what to say. Words can only prove so much if a promise ain't enough. Hold on to my love. So my words can't describe what I'm feeling all inside. Does my touch say anything to you? I'm not afraid to take time, 'cause girl, you're gonna find I am real and my touch is true. Taking me a lifetime to find myself, so I know, yeah, I know it's gonna last if a promise ain't enough. Then a touch says everything. I wanna hold you in my arms, girl, so you feel what I mean. 'Cause you know that my heart can tell me what to say. Words can only prove so much. If a promise ain't enough, hold on to my love. Oh, hold on. If a promise ain't enough, ooh, hold on, gotta hold on. If a promise ain't enough, hold on to my love. Hey. All right, thank you. All right. Oh, I know, it's a sentimental crowd out here, isn't it? Okay, where are we going here? All right, here we go. There's a great author, poet in Woody Creek, Colorado named Joe Henry. Okay, we got at least one Joe Henry fan. He's written songs for John Denver, Frank Sinatra, all sorts of people. We've lived about a mile from each other for 30 years, and we never wrote a song together. So during COVID, we ran into each other, you know, he said, "Man, how come we've never written a song?" I said, "I have no idea, but why don't we just do one?" So during COVID, we wrote a song together, and he came with a really awesome idea. He told me a story about the legendary blues duo Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee. I don't know if you guys are aware of them. They were together for over 40 years, and they actually hated each other for most of those 40 years. But interestingly enough, or ironically enough, or fittingly enough, I guess you'd say, as time went on, one of them lost his eyesight, and the other lost his ability to walk. And they literally had to help each other on stage. And what happened to them kind of brought them together in a very amazing way, a cosmic kind of way. So he told me this story, and I said, man, that's like incredible. I said, we've got to write a song. But as I began to think about it, I realized that not only is the story amazing, but really it could be a metaphor for something larger and grander and more, more cosmic, I think. So it's really about, I think it really ended up being about lending a helping hand, being kind, and that kind of thing. So it's called Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee. I'll be there for you. You'll be there for me. We're all just passing through, yeah, trying to be the best that we can be. I said a house that's divided is never strong enough to stand. Nothing gets decided by drawing lines in the sand. Talk about getting even, talk about sticks and stones, philosophers and fools rolling dice with loaded bones, brother to brother, together, but when they're on their own, they're singing the blues in different keys and keep on dreaming about what could be. But I'll walk for you if you'll see for me, said Sonny Terry to Brownie McGee. If kindness of the heart is a measure of a man, stop saying it can't be done, no, no. Start saying yes it can. When you're stumbling through the darkness, reach out and open up the door. Try to bring this world together, yeah, and that's worth striving for. Lying, disbelieving till the truth is gone. Ain't no logic and no reason for all this carrying on. Been a long dark night, gonna wake up to a brighter dawn. Just keep holding on and singing the blues in different keys, and keep on dreaming about what could be. But I'll walk for you if you'll see for me, said Sonny Terry to Brownie McGee. Talk about getting even, talk about sticks and stones, philosophers and fools rolling dice with loaded bones, brother to brother, together, but when they're on their own, they're singing the blues in different keys. Together forever now they will be. Said Sonny Terry to Brownie McGee. Thank you. Thank you, Joe Henry, for such an awesome idea. I'm going to play another song that Jim Lauderdale and I wrote together. And this is the eclectic part of the show. I hardly ever play this, but I love this song. Summer's over, frost in the field. Something unbroken, something so real. I want to live in the love we had then, when Carolina comes home again. Time always teaches, seasons renew, mountains and beaches, I walk with you. Our road is a story without any end, till Carolina comes home again. When Carolina comes home again. I can still feel you laying so close. Look for a lifeline after you go. It's what I hold on to, hard as I can, till Caroline comes home again. Till Carolina comes home again. Now it's all in the letters, love that we made, thoughts that we wrote with never will fade. It's what I hold on to, hard as I can, till Caroline comes home again. Till Carolina comes home again. Till Carolina comes home again. You're welcome. I wrote this with a guy named Adam Ezra from Boston. Here we are at one road's end, you and me just hand in hand, filled with doubt from where we've been. Didn't turn out like we planned. All I am is the ground below the stars. All I am is a story written in scar, stepping steady through shifting sand. In the end, that's all I am. No map to follow, no friend's advice. Folks won't listen, it ain't their life. It's up to us and the choice we make. Hold together or will we break? All I am is the ground below the stars. All I am is a story written in scar, stepping steady through shifting sand. In the end, that's all I am. You and I under darkening sky. I can't be the man you thought I'd be, but I'll keep walking till you walk with me. Walk with me, oh, won't you walk with me? Walk with me. Walk with me. All I am is the ground below the stars. All I am is a story written in scar, stepping steady through shifting sand. In the end, that's all I am. Stepping steady through shifting sand. In the end, that's all I am. All I am. All right, thank you. Got a couple more? You good? You good so far? Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm getting to play all the songs I never get to play. You guys are the guinea pigs. What a great place to do it. I mean, so great for Steve and Mary Margaret. This is just, I love this place, and so awesome that you guys would support it, and it's fantastic. So it's great to be here, and it's good, a good little lot of local power. We like that, right? This next one is one of my favorites. It's a song that another one of my childhood heroes was the great Curtis Mayfield, and but this is not by Curtis. This is by his cousin, Percy Mayfield. Honestly, not being weird. It just is. But he wrote this song in the late '50s, and it had a lot to do with segregation, and I think that's what he was kind of driving at. And but the beauty of this song, as in a lot of timeless songs, is that they can stand the test of time and speak for through different generations. So I think the lyrics of this song are just as valid now as they were back when he wrote it. It's called "Send Me Somebody to Love." Oh, heaven, please send all mankind understanding in peace of mind. If it's not asking too much, please send me someone to love, someone to love. Show the world how to get along. Peace will enter when hate is gone. If it's not asking too much, please send me someone to love. Wake nights, watch a world in trouble. But my answer is always the same. Let's man put an end to this damnable sin. Hate is gonna put the world into flames. What a shame, just because I'm in misery. I don't beg for no sympathy. If it's not asking too much, please send me someone to love, someone to love. I say, please send me someone to love. A lot of adult chords in that song right there. Okay, so here we go, folks. The moment you've been waiting for. We're going to go to the wild and wonderful world of Hall & Oates. I know we got a big fan right down here in the front. The whole time she's elbowing her husband. She's going, Brian, when the fuck is this guy going to play a Hall & Oates song? Don't worry, I'm going to pick the most obscure one I can find. This is the last song I wrote in Philadelphia before moving to New York. And, as I said earlier, a lot of these songs are inspired in very unusual ways. This song was inspired in the most mundane, simple way possible, but turned out pretty good song. But anyway, so I was standing on a street corner on South Broad Street right in front of the Schubert Theater building where Daryl and I used to work. And a city bus pulled up in front of me, their windows all hazy and everything. And there was a gal in the window. She looked at me, I looked at her, I was on the sidewalk, and the moment didn't last but a second or two, and the bus pulled away. And as I walked across the street, I thought to myself, wow, I wonder what would have happened if we would have got together, maybe got married, had some kids, got divorced, who knows, So then I wrote this. Were you ever so in love you couldn't wait to get to sleep and dream about the one you wish was there beside you? In the past few days I've grown to love your giggles on the phone and how we hug so nicely. And from the first time that I saw you, had I known you better then, I would have said those 3 old words. And from the first time that I saw you, had I known you better then. Now I'm gonna move away, another town, another crazy day. I wanna stay and maybe hang around you. I call it luck, call it fate, call it a chance that we've met too late and loved too lightly. And from the first time that I saw you, had I known you better then, I would have said those 3 old words. And from the first time that I saw you, had I known you better then. Had I known you better. Had I known you better. Had I known you better then. Well, that's from the Abandoned Luncheonette album, and that's one of my favorite Hall & Oates albums, and back in '73. So just think, wow, 50 years almost. If someone would ever told me that 50 years later I'd be at Steve's Guitars in Carbondale playing these same frickin' songs. Pretty crazy, right? That's the mark of success, right? That's right, baby. You got that right. Me too. I said that, didn't I? I am getting a little older, so I'm not sure that I'd said that. Because it wasn't in the script. Did I say that? You sure? So we're good. Thank you. All right. All right. Well, you know what? Since we are talking about the Band of Luncheonette album, why don't we just stay right there? How's that? You know, every songwriter hopes to write a song that will stand the test of time, that can cross generations and, you know, just somehow resonate. And luckily, Daryl and I have had a few, so it's, you know, it's an amazing thing. It doesn't happen very often, trust me. And so this next song I'm going to play, I don't think, since the time it was written in late '72, I don't think I've ever played a show without playing this song. So we're not going to start tonight, all right? So, but it has a very kind of unique inspiration to this song. I was had just moved to New York, and I was down in the Village on McDougal Street. No, on Bleecker Street. And there was a little place called, believe it or not, in the early '70s, there weren't a lot of places that were open all night in New York City. And there was a place called the Pink Teacup. It was a soul food restaurant, and it was open all night. And so it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was in there. Don't ask me what I was doing, but I was there. And so in comes this gal, and she's wearing a pink tutu and cowboy boots. And so, well, we basically started dating immediately. So it was the '70s, you know, so, you know. And so I asked her if she wanted to get together on New Year's Eve, and she said yes. And so I thought that was cool. And so I'm sitting in my little apartment. New Year's Eve came and went. She never showed up. And there I am sitting there with my guitar, kind of. And it was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Everybody's high on consolation. Everybody trying to tell me what is right for me. Yeah. My daddy tried to bore me with a sermon. Girl, you know it's plain to see that they can't comfort me. Sorry, Charlie, for the imposition. I believe I got the strength to carry on, I say. Need a drink and a quick decision. Girl, you know it's up to me. I know what will be, and she's gone. I better learn how to face it, she's gone. I pay the devil to replace her. She's gone, what went wrong? In the morning, look in the mirror. You know that I'm worn as a toothbrush hanging in the stand. In the stand, I say, my face ain't looking any younger. Baby, now I can see love taking a toll on me, and she's gone. I better learn how to face it. She's gone. I pay the devil to replace her. She's gone. What went wrong? Think I'll spend eternity in a city, babe. Let the carbon and monoxide choke my thoughts away, alright. Pretty bodies help dissolve memories. Baby, they could never be what she was to me. Oh, yeah. Well, she's gone. I better learn how to face it. She's gone. I pay the devil to replace her. Gone. better learn how to face it, she's gone. I pay the devil to replace her, babe. Better believe that she's, oh, baby, she's gone. I wonder how many more years I got left of singing that high part up here at 7,000 feet. Whew. Okay. I don't really play this song very much because it's really kind of a real Daryl song, but it's such a beautiful song. And I know we got these guys from Philadelphia right here, and they're probably going to get really angry with me if I don't play it. So I'll play a little bit of it, but... baby hair with a woman's smile. What's the word? I can see you watching in the night, all alone with me, and I'm waiting for the sunrise. I feel cold. You warm me when I feel I can't go on. Come and hold me, 'cause it's you and me forever. Hey, you gonna sing this with me? Come on, Sarah. Keep going, come on. Oh, go smile, smile a while for me, Sarah. Yeah, that's right. All right. If you feel like a leaving, you know you can go. Why don't you wait until tomorrow? All right. If you wanna be free, you know. Oh, and I feel cold. Girl, you come and warm me when I feel I can't go on. You come in, 'cause it's you and me. Hey, Sarah. Smile. All right. We got some good singers out here tonight. All right. Excellent, excellent. All right. Okay. Oh, this is kind of a funny story. You might get a kick out of this one. Back in around 85, when Daryl and I were recording... we're recording Big Bam Boom, which was an album we did in the Village at Electric Lady Studios on 8th Street in Greenwich Village. And it was an interesting time because it was the kind of the zenith of analog recording. Analog tape recording was never going to get any better. You know, multiple machines running at the same time. And digital recording had just been kind of invented, basically. And it was just in its infancy. So we had some of the early primitive digital stuff, and we had the analog stuff. So they had home equipment was becoming available, which was kind of revolutionary, that you could do some things that normally you could only do in a recording studio at your house. So I had bought this little 4-track cassette deck that I could overdub on, which was really cool. And then I had a synthesizer, and I had this, brand new synthesizer. I had no idea how to use it. And so there I was in my little apartment in the Village, and it was late at night, and so I'm looking at it, and because I was stoned, I hit this button, and I didn't actually know what it did, and it went like dunk, 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 and I went, oh, that's cool, that's a song. And so I took it into the studio, and this is the acoustic version of that. Shake it up is all that we know. Losing the bodies up as we go. Waking up to fantasy. Shades all around, the colors we used to see. Broken eyes still melt in the sun. Ties that are broken can often be won. Soul alone, so really matters to me. Too much sometimes, you're out of touch. I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. You're out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. Whoa, 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 whoa. Reaching out for something to hold, looking for love where the climate is cold. Manic blues and drowsy dreams, living in the middle between the two extremes. Smoking guns still hot to the touch. Cool down if they didn't use them so much, ain't that right? Soul alone, so really matters to me, matters to me. Too much sometimes, you're out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. You're out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. Whoa, 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 whoa. Out of touch, out of time. Out of touch, out of time, out of touch, out of time. Say, you're out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. You're out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. Out of touch, I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. You're out of touch, I'm out of time, out of touch, out of time, out of my head when you're not around. Out of touch, out of time, you're out of touch, I'm out of time. Thank you. All right, we got a couple more for you, all right? Well, I think I'm running out of steam before you. So I just came back from Jamaica, from Kingston, Jamaica, where I got to record this next song with the legends of reggae. Some of the guys that played with Bob Marley, Toots and the Maytals, Peter Tosh, and it was something I always wanted to do. A good friend of mine, Jamaican producer friend, said, why don't you go down to Jamaica and we'll put together like an all-star session. I was like, it was unbelievable. I'll tell you a funny story, because I don't smoke either. Well, this room that we were in was this quarter of the size of this room. And the boys were smoking it up. So by the end of the day, I started feeling really weird. And I thought, I haven't smoked anything. And I realized the secondhand smoke, I was wrecked. And I had no idea until the end of the day when I was like confused. And I was like, are we finished? Yeah, confused and hungry, exactly. So it was a great experience. But anyway, the song turned out pretty good. So, and I'll tell you the reason I went to Jamaica to record this is because when I first got the idea for this song, I had just come back from Jamaica. And I had this reggae vibe in my head. And so I wrote it as a reggae song. But I got together with Daryl, and when we started working it out, we thought that the groove would be better if we did it in a different way. So it never really turned out as a reggae song, and over the years, I've always wanted to do it that way. So I finally did. So that's the story. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to do a fake reggae version of this song. So. Said she only come out at night. Lean and hungry, tired. Oh, nothing is new. I seen her here before, watching and waiting. Well, she's looking after you, but her eyes are on the door. Many have paid to see. What you think you're getting for free? Oh, the woman is wild. She can't tame by the purr of a jaguar. Money the matter. If you're in it for love, you ain't gonna get too far, no. Whoa, whoa, here she come. Whoa, here she come. Watch out, boys, she's gonna chew you up. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. She's a man-eater, yeah. I said the woman is wild. I said, wouldn't if I were you. Well, I know what she can do. Oh, she's so deadly, man. She can really rip your world apart. Mind over matter. The beauty is there, but the beast is in the heart. I mean, oh, here she comes. Whoa, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she's gonna chew you up. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. You better think about it. She's a man-eater, yeah. I said, the woman is wild. I said, say, oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she's gonna chew you up. She's a deadly fantasy. I said, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. She's a man-eater, yeah. I said, the woman is wild. Say, so I'm going to release that one of these days, pretty soon. So trust me, it sounds a hell of a lot better with them playing. So there you go. Here we go. All right, here we go. The one you've all been waiting for. The song that wasn't a hit in its day, but now has over 1 billion streams. Yeah, 1 billion. Somebody calculated that if the song played back to back 1 billion times, it would start in the Middle Ages and go up till today. I think he was stoned when he said that, but it doesn't matter. So, oh, by the way, the version of this song, this is in my fantasy world, if Elvis would have recorded it. That's what's going on in my head when I'm playing it. So I don't know what's going on in your head, but I hope it's good. All right, here we go. What I want you got, and it might be hard to handle. Flame that burns a candle can't go feed the flame. What I want, full stop, thoughts and dreams it's gathered. Well, they put them all together. I can't explain. Well, you make my dreams come true. Well, you, yeah, you make my dream come true. true. On a night when bad dreams become a scream, when I'm messing with the dream, I'm gonna laugh it right in your face. Twist and shout my way out, wrap yourself around me. I ain't the way you found me, never gonna be the same. Oh yeah, well you make my dream come true. Oh well, I wake up in the morning with you every day. You make my dream come on true. Oh well, listen to this. Down on a daydream, that sleepwalk should be over by now. No. You make my dream come true. Oh, wake up morning with you. Oh, you make my dream come true. Whoa. Ooh. Yeah, you make my dreams come true. Thank you. One more. Yeah, this is it. Just one more. Hey, I'm getting paid in fucking chocolate chip cookies. They are good. They are good. They are good. All right, anyway, this is so much fun. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you had a good time. And, yeah. Once again, Steve's guitars, what an awesome thing to have in your town and community, so it's pretty good. So this next song, I just like to play this. It's a classic. It's one of the great American popular songs of all time, and you will know it. And I started playing it really during COVID, when I realized that we just needed to have a bright spot in our lives, and after all we've all been through, I just thought it would be nice to have just this super positive message. And I kind of I've always known about this song, but I never really played it, and I came up with an arrangement for it. So it's just I think it's just kind of a good way to end the evening. So. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. See, skies are gray, clouds are white, bright sunny day, dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. See the colors of the rainbow look so pretty in the sky. Smiles on the faces of the people walking by. I see friends shaking hands. How do you do? They're really saying I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys. Oh, by the way, my friend Guthrie Trapp and I will be playing the Wheeler Opera House on December 27th, a makeup show from last year. And we're going to bring back the Aspen Songwriters Festival in March of next year. So going to have some amazing people coming to town to play. So. Did you have fun? What's that? Yeah. I'm going to play some of those for you. Don't worry. We got a whole thing. And the band, yeah, we do all kinds of